I look a little orange, but I don't know why. Something about the light right now. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, hey, hair is down. No wig today. Just doing me. Just doing me. Ooh, my hair is getting long, y'all. Ooh, I'm going to have to do a length check soon. Because I think it's about to be where I want it to. Okay, anyway. Oh, I'm sorry. Today we're going to talk about ambers. We are still working on fall notes. I got some more to go. I think I'm going to do honey again. Because I got some new honeys and they are good. So anyway, that's not what we're talking about right now though, Louise. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about ambers. And I have pulled, because amber is kind of in a lot of fragrances, but we're going to talk about these right here. We're going to talk about these ambers. These are some of the best ambers I have in my collection. So let's talk amber. All right, so we're going to talk amber. Now, of course, amber is a fantasy note. There is no such thing as an amber fragrance in nature. So it's a created note, and they use an amber. Oh my goodness, hold on. Okay, so back again. I'm sorry. So it's just a mixture of notes that they have called and created and then said amber. So amber can be a little different depending on the house and what type of amber fantasy amber they use. However, it usually has some vanilla, some benzoin, some labdamen, it's balsamic and sweet, vanillic, right? So that's what we associate with amber. The other thing is I tend to, and I know a lot of us do. Hold on just one second. Sorry. Anyway, I tend to think of amber as a very kind of like cool weather, cold weather note, because it tends to be like vanilla, very balsamic. So it's got some depth to it. It's real rich. So and amber is very sexy. It has a very sexy quality to it. Now, it doesn't always have to be sexy, but usually it's kind of low-key sexy. It's something about amber. It exudes sensuality. So let's talk about the ambers that we have. I'm going to start out with some, and I have a mix of affordable, designer. Do I have some designer? Maybe have some designer, and I have niche. So we have a little of all of it. So whatever your price point is, whatever type of amber you're looking for, I think I got something for you. So let's talk about this one. This is by Banana Republic. This is dark cherry and amber. Okay, I do have something left. I was like, where's my bottle? Okay, so this is cherry and amber. Now, a lot of people complain. We're not going to talk about the cherry right now. That's going to be for another video. But let's talk about the amber. This has cherry and pink freesia in it, praline and cherry blossom, and then red amber and cedar. So as it dries down, it does have this sweet woodiness to it. So I like it. It's very unisex, even though it's kind of masculine. I personally think it's more on the almost like just middle of the road unisex, but it is a gorgeous cherry amber. People complain about the cherry. I'm not here to complain about it. We'll talk about it in my cherry video, but the amber is really sweet. It's really beautiful. And with the cedar, it has a woodiness to it as it dries down. So it's that amber kind of woody vibe. So this is dark cherry and amber by Banana Republic. All right, our next up is amber. And this is by Giardino Benessere. I think that's the name of it. Anyway, this is another house that was created by Paolo Terenzi, because the fragrance person, the nose behind this is Paolo Terenzi. The notes are ylang ylang, jasmine, and bergamot. It's crystal amber, labdanum, and jasmine. And then the base notes are heliotrope, apomonics, and amberwood. I just got this recently, but let me tell y'all, This is the lightest, brightest, fizziest amber I own. This is definitely a spring summer amber. You know how a lot of times some amber fragrances are a little too strong for like spring and summer. This is perfect. It lasts pretty long on the skin too, but even though it's a really light fragrance, it has some longevity to it. And it has, like I said, it has this lightness. So it's like an amber light. I promise you. When you wear it, it's an amber light. It's very light. It's got an airiness to it, kind of sparkling, but still amber. So that's why I like it's Giardino Benessere amber. Sorry, it's all fingerprinted up. But yeah, that's this amber. I know I don't know anybody talking about Giardino Benessere, but that is one that I received. Now next up is Penhaligons, and I have a few Penhaligons, not a lot, but this is one of my favorites. This is Clandestine Clara, part of the Portraits line. The juice is looking a little crazy. I don't know what's going on with it, but it's still good. So this one, the notes in this is amber, rum, vanilla, woody notes, cinnamon, and patchouli. So it's a boozy amber vanilla. It is really pretty. Now I will say it doesn't last as long as you would like it to, but it stays close to your skin, and it doesn't project out very far. It stays close to you, but it has such a beautiful sweetness, sweet amber vibe to it with a little booziness and a little cinnamon. It's really quite, it's very, very pretty and very cute, very delightful on the skin. But once again, it doesn't last that long, especially at the price point. So that's Clandestine Clara. I still like it. I'm not getting rid of it, but it is what it is. So let's talk Alien Essence Absolute. This is a cult classic. This is, Fracom loves this one. This, of course, is jasmine, cashmere wood, orris root, a little vanilla, amber, myrrh, and incense. So this has that alien DNA, but it has that amber. It's got that vanilla. It's got the incense in it to give it a little smokiness. So this is my favorite of the alien line. And we know I do not like the original alien, but I do love flankers. And this is one of my favorite flankers because it has this smoky amber sweetness, but still keeps that jasmine and that alien DNA. Okay, next we have Midnight Amber by Oscar de la Renta. This is very well known and very well loved, especially at the price point, if you can find it though, because I think it's discontinued, so it's a little hard to find now. But this has strawberry, nutmeg, vanilla, then it has Turkish rose, jasmine, and tuberose, oud, amber, Indonesian patchouli, and patchouli. Okay, let's see. And on the base, it has oud, amber, and patchouli. This is a really stunning oud fragrance. The amber is in there to sweeten it up, to give it a little balance, because with that patchouli and the oud on the base notes, it could go really woody and just a little too strong, but the amber sweetens it up. But this is a really beautiful rose oud combination. Of course, it has jasmine and tuberose, but the rose, the floral combination is really good, and it's a beautiful oud amber right here. Okay, y'all need to go on and get this, because I saw this on FragranceNet. It's back in. It wasn't in for a while, but if you love amber and you love it incensey, you love it bold, you love it just in your face and just strong and gorgeous, and yet it's sophisticated, this is Amber Mystique by Este Lauder. This is amber, it's oud, it's incense, it's got a little raspberry to give it a little tart sweetness, Bulgarian rose, Taif rose, labdanum, black currant, sandalwood, patchouli, pink pepper, leather, musk, lang lang, and jasmine. I know that's a lot of notes, but I promise you they all come together in this just really... I'm sorry, I thought I heard somebody in my house. Okay, it comes together in this really deep, sexy, just very non-Estee Lauder-ish vibe. Because, you know, you don't think of this deep, smoky, leathery, incensey, oud, you know, floral combination as being Estee Lauder. It's just really, this is full blown. It is just deep and captivating and very, very erotic. This is unisex. I would love to smell it on a man. I would love to smell it on a woman. You are going to smell deliciously seductive with Amber Mystique. Hold on. Okay, time for me to throw in one of my favorite houses, affordable houses, Elizabeth Arden. This is Red Door Shimmer right here. This, yeah, folks not talking about it. Drink some tea. I'm sorry. This is Red Door Shimmer. It's got pink pepper, pear, and blackberry in it. Some gardenia, peony, and lily. Casablanca lily, which is one of my favorite lilies ever. Casablanca lily is just so big and so in your face and so bold, and the fragrance is just incredible. Have you ever smelled Casablanca lilies? Just in general. This is sandalwood, tonka bean, amber, musk, and vetiver. I'm telling you all, this is, if you're looking for like a floral, kind of fruity, just giving you all of that, but it has a little more, but it's a little more, you know, it's not that very young girls. This is floral fruity as you get older. It's very, the fruit, it's, let me say this right. All right, so if you're looking for a floral fruity, but you don't want Juicy Couture, you don't want a Victoria's Secret kind of vibe, this is the one you want. This is a little elevated. It's a little more, just gives it a little more class to it. Not to say they're not classy, but you know, it's got this, this is like Red Door Shimmer vibes like Elizabeth Arden. It's a very classic kind of vibe, but it's still beautiful, and it elevates that floral fruity to a very, you know, lunch with the girls kind of vibe. So this is really, I don't know why I don't wear it enough. I don't wear it enough because you see it's a lot in here, and it shouldn't be this much, because this is a really good everyday, this is a really good everyday perfume, especially if you can work someplace where they're not going to trip on your fragrance, because this can be loud. It lasts on you. This projects. It lasts long on the skin, but it has this kind of classiness about it. So it's that classy floral fruity that if you're looking for one. And even though it's very inexpensive, it reads just very, it reads designer. It reads like if you wouldn't, like you wouldn't be surprised to pay $100 or more for this little baby Red Door Shimmer. I went on too long, didn't I? Whatever. I still like it. All right, let's talk about this one. This is Amber Fever by Mancera. This is really nice. This is a boozy amber. Now, here's the problem with this. This is similar to Baccarat Rouge 540. It really is. But I don't like Baccarat Rouge 540. So this is like the version of that I can wear. Because it's not too, it's got a little, it kind of vibes like 540, but it's not so close of a dupe that I wouldn't wear it. It has a booziness to it. However, I will say this is one of the underperforming Manceras. There's not too many of them because we know that Mancera usually lasts forever and ever and ever. But honestly, this is not one of those. You'll be doing good to get 5 or 6 hours out of it. So I'm just letting you know, this is a good one, but it's not like, you know, people be like, oh my God, Mancera lasts forever. No, this does not. However, if you're looking for a boozy amber, this is the one you need. Now, this one is my least expensive. This got to be least expensive. I think this beats out this is cheaper than Elizabeth Arden. This is Aubusson's Liquid Amber right here. Liquid Amber. Now I'm telling y'all need to get this one. This one has ginger, pink pepper, and grapefruit. It's got praline, cinnamon, and nutmeg. Why wasn't this wasn't my spicy one, never mind. And then it's got amber, tonka bean, and patchouli. This is so underrated and so gorgeous. I need to do another underrated video, shouldn't I? Okay, I'm about to do an underrated video. I'm about to talk about makeup. We just gonna get it in. This is so underrated, but it is so good. It is very spicy. It's just, and then that amber, that sweetness from the amber comes in, and then you get that tonka bean, and the patchouli gives it a little chocolateness to it. It's a little woody chocolate. This is so underrated and so good and so inexpensive. Liquid Amber by Aubusson. I don't know why folks ain't getting it. I just don't get it. I don't get it. But I got it. So I'm okay because I got it. Now the rest of y'all folks ain't got it, but I got it. Now let's go with these. Let's hit the house of Micallef. Let me say it right. This is Night Oud. Now this is going to come in another video too, but we're going to give it a quickie because what we're going to talk about is the amber in this. So this is Lang Lang Peach, Nutmeg, and Citruses. It has oud, sandalwood, and patchouli, and then it has amber, vanilla, cedar, and lavender. Now, this is one of my Oud No Roses, but the amber really gives it, this is a stronger oud than most Micallef ouds. That's number one. But what this is also is that it is the amber helps to ground and sweeten this up, because this could be, without the amber, it would be too much. It would be too much. It would have a little sweetness from the peach, but really what it would be is the oud and the sandalwood. It would be very woody. It would have a slight citrusy note to it. But but that amber gives it a nice, mellows it out, smooths it out, makes it, as it dries down, really quite tasteful on the skin. So that is Oud Night. Next up, we're going to talk about the other one that I have in this, like this one, and this is Oud Gourmet. This is by Micallef also. I love this bottle, but yes, but this is white honey and marzipan. You hear me? That's the top notes. White honey and marzipan. This is nutmeg, patchouli, cypriol, and cedar, and then it has cashmere wood, sandalwood, amber, and musk. This is that sweet oud. So the amber helps sweeten it up, and as this dries down, it becomes, it's very the oud is there, and the Micallef has a certain type of oud. Micallef has a certain type of oud. The oud is there, it's very prominent and very beautiful. Now you have to like oud though, but it's a really clean oud. It doesn't smell dirty, it doesn't smell skanky, it smells clean. It smells like, oh yeah, this is I'm digging this. So it's a clean oud, but then this is, with all those sweet notes, this is a sweet honeyed ambered oud, and that is what makes it so great in my collection, because I don't have anything like this. So this is Oud Gourmet. Now let's talk about some newbies we got up in here, and then we're going to go into a couple of other things. So let's talk about this one. This is Super Amber by Ellis Brooklyn. Now I gotta be honest, I really haven't really been going for Ellis Brooklyn until lately. And this one is musk, amber, orchid, and cedar, Virginia cedar. So this is woody with a slight sweet floral vanilla orchid, and amber. It's woody, musky, ambery, and it's really, really pretty, really, really gorgeous. This is like, if you just want an amber fragrance, if you just want like a nice woody amber, and you're not looking for florals, you're not looking for a whole lot, you just want a simple, stunning fragrance, that's Super Amber by Ellis Brooklyn. This is Cherry on Top by Rihanna. Now, I'm sorry. This has vanilla caramel, cherry, musk, chestnut, suede, leather, amber, jasmine, and tea. I really like this fragrance. It is a cherry fragrance. We're going to talk about all the cherryness of it soon, but it really does, as it dries down, it has this tough kind of leathery vibe to it, musky, but it's sweet with that caramel and the amber. Ooh, this is so good. If you're looking for a cherry, but you want it to be kind of like more, you don't want it to be a bright cherry, you don't want it to be a sour cherry, you want a sweet cherry that smells like candy. This smells like a cherry, almost like, you know how you get those cherries and you bite into them and they have that little stuff that comes out of them, the syrupy kind of vibe. That's kind of what this is, because this has that rich deepness to it, the sweetness to it, because the sweetness is deep, but it's not too much. The cherry does bring it down, so it's not quite overly sweet and it's not tart. So this is like this really good cherry candy, you know, the kind that you bite into and that stuff oozes out. That's the kind of vibe this is. And then they give it a little toughness with that leather. So this is Rihanna's cherry on top. I'm not done. Now we have Calvin Klein Euphoria Amber Gold, this ugly little bottle, but the fragrance is lovely. This does lean slightly masculine. It kind of vibes like almost like a Grand Soir kind of vibe. But this has plum, mandarin orange, honey, orange blossom, a little amber, sandalwood, vanilla, lavender. So it's got the balsamic nature to it. It's got the plum and the honey and that amber. Oh man, so this, if you can get past the initial few minutes where it's slightly masculine on the skin, it actually starts to dry down and it becomes just a beautiful fruity, like plummy, tart, tart, sour, that tartness from the plum, and then it's got that sweetness from the honey and that amber. So it becomes like a honeyed amber plum, if that makes sense, like a honeyed amber plum. That's what it becomes on my skin. Oh, it smells so good. And next we have Secret Obsession by Calvin Klein, or the I Dream of Genie bottle, as I like to call it. This is Secret Obsession. This is part of the Obsession line, which Obsession was a classic, in your face, strong as hell amber back in the day. And this is still an amber. So this has nutmeg, plum, rose, mace in it. Then it's got tuberose, jasmine, orchid, lang lang, orange blossom. Then the sandalwood, the amber, the vanilla. This is a sexy fragrance. This is a plummy rose, spicy plummy rose. And as it dries down, you get that amber. Oh, this is so good. And at the price point, I'm telling you, you can get this around $20. $20 for this I Dream of Genie. That will just have you smelling so good, because this is one of those things that people wasn't really talking about and ain't talking about now. So this is Secret Obsession by Calvin Klein. Beautiful, beautiful, plummy, spicy, ambery fragrance for the wintertime. You paying like nothing for this, but this is like very sophisticated. It has a refinement to it. It is really one of these Obsession fragrances, has that ambered DNA of Obsession. All right, so that is okay. It's editing LuuLuu. I don't have my glasses on. I'm just out here because I said I was done, and then I looked and I was like looking at the video and I said I'm missing something, and then I noticed I was missing two. So let's just do these two. Okay. This is Pavilion Rouge by Javoy. I have to be honest, this is taking a little bit of time for me to like really get into it. But this is everything. Now, it doesn't have amber in the notes, but it does have vanilla and benzoin. This is boozy. It has everything. It's boozy, whiskey, rum. It's got leather, tobacco, vanilla, benzoin. This is quite the enticing kind of vibe. Now, Like I said, when I first got it, I wasn't quite feeling it, but it's starting to grow on me. And I think that I got it around springtime, but I think this is going to be perfect as it gets cooler out here. Start wearing it. All right, and then how could I forget this when talking about amber? Because this is the amber that was heard around the world recently, at least for us ladies. I don't know if the men are vibing with it as much. Are y'all? Because you should, because it's really good. This is Kayali's Invite Only Amber 23, of course. This is the it chick right now. It's got that cherry, it's got the honey, it's got the amber. It is very, I'm gonna say it, I've only tried like 3 of them, but I think this is so good. I think it is sexy. It is, it's got all the stuff I like. Cherry, honey, it's got that amber. It's sexy and dark and mysterious and deep and rich. And it smells like a beautiful high-end fall dessert, but still smells like a beautiful fragrance at the same time. So it's not too gourmand, got a little gourmand going on, just enough to say, ooh, like one of those little tasty desserts that you'd be like, it's not too sweet. It's got a little richness to it. That's what Invite Only is to me. So now this is the last one. Well, it's not gonna be the last because I'm gonna be moving stuff around in a second. But anyway, Editing LuuLuu is out. Let's do some with this hair so it looks a little better. Gives a little symmetry. Okay. Before we get to these last 2, I think these are the last 2. Yes. Before we get to these last 2, let's talk Vanille Divine des Tropiques by La Maison de la Vanille. I kind of am digging this one. Now, they're not that expensive. This is an EDT. I have heard other people talk about it and say it doesn't have longevity, but I promise you, on me, this lasts on my skin, and it's beautiful. But anyway, this has amber and jasmine in it. It has tuberose and hyacinth, vanilla, heliotrope, gardenia, and jasmine. But now you see all those florals? The florals are beautiful. They're there, but what really stands out is that amber and vanilla. And they combine in this kind of swanky, it's one of my favorite vanillas. I gotta be honest. It's like this, got an underlying floral, but really it's the amber and vanilla that do it for me. It's quite beguiling. It just captures me. I've been, if I'm saying, oh, I want something sweet on, I'm grabbing one of these, and it's this one. I can't even, that's all I got for y'all. That's all I got. It's a beautiful vanilla amber. Let me say it right. It's a beautiful vanilla amber. It wears long on my skin. I have heard people discuss, complain about it, but on me, it wears really well. It is just like this sweet, seductive vanilla amber. It is sexy to me. It is really sexy to me. And then the florals are there, but they're like supporting players to the vanilla and amber. They sit there and they give it a nice little, it gives it a nice little the charmingness to it, but really it's deep and it's rich and it's sexy for the vanilla and the amber. And that's why I really like it. So let's talk about these last 2 by the same person, different companies, but let's talk about this. Now, I will say I still feel and I'm doing good, y'all, because normally I would not have done this video until I had the rest of the ambers I want to try out. Like, I think I've tried Amber Nuit. I don't know. But there's some ambers that I still want. And normally I would have waited and said, oh, you can't do nothing with amber without these. But I said, girl, you got all these ambers. Let's go on and do it. So let's talk about this one. This is Essence number 3, Ambre by Elie. Of course, this is a Francis Kurkdjian. And this has amber, apomatics, patchouli, and sandalwood. It is so pretty on the skin. This is one of the tops of the Essence line for me. I have 5 of them. think I have 5, 4 or 5. I've got, wait a minute. Okay, I've got this. I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got rose, gardenia, amber, santal, and I might have another one. Maybe I don't. I keep thinking about getting the rolling, and I have 4. But this is like number 2 of the ones that I really like. I like gardenia a lot too, though. I don't know, but anyway, this is so good. Now, the one this reads like a Francis Kirkjohn. You can tell because it is. I'm being honest with y'all. This is Grand Soir Light. It's very similar to Grand Soir, but it is Grand Soir Light. It's not quite as strong. It's missing a couple of things that Grand Soir has that gives it this you know, iconic vibe to it. I will say this, essence number 3 is more unisex, slightly feminine when you first spray it, because Grand Soir, which we're going to talk about, is, you know, pretty much masculine when you put it on. So let's talk about Grand Soir. Finally, let's get to it. Grand Soir is this masterpiece by Kirkjohn. Now, this is the only one I own. I've tried 540. I've never tried the X-Straight. Everybody says I might like it better because I don't like 540. I've tried A La Rose. I actually bought A La Rose and I did a trade on it because it was like, oh, it's okay. But this is Grand Soir. And Grand Soir has amber, benzoin, vanilla, tonka bean, and lavender. This does lean slightly masculine when you first spray it on, but as you wear it, it dries down to this gorgeous, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful amber and sexy. And just this is no, let me just say this because this ain't about sexy. This is class. This is winter formal wear. This is when you are going someplace and you are letting them know you about money. You are not, you are about money. This is a moneyed fragrance. This is very much so, this reads like old money. So that is what Grand Soir is. It's old money.